Hi guys, I just wanted to share a quick tutorial with you. I showed a video, I believe it was yesterday, of this frame that I made using Lindy's Stamp Gang product. And I wanted to kind of show you how I did this. So, the products that you will need are, of course, Lindy's Stamp Gang. And what I'm going to be using is Gossamer Gold. I'm going to be using the Cocoa Bean Copper Dauber, and I'm also going to be using the Cocoa Bean Copper Magicals. And then I have Rub and Buff, and this is in the gold tone. And then I'm choosing to do leaves on this one. So I've got 2 leaves, I've got 2 small roses, and then a large rose that are going to go as accents in the corner. So the die that I used to cut out the frame was the Sizzix, and it is actually just the frame die. So you'll want to cut that out of either medium weight or lightweight chipboard. And then I ran through, not the middle piece, but the edge piece through the Tim Holtz, one of the Tim Holtz embossing folders. So it was kind of hard to get through the machine because I'm using a really heavyweight cardstock, but it does work. So you just got to put a little muscle into it, and you'll be okay. So what we're going to do first is we're going to go ahead and get this frame colored. So I'm going to do that now. And I'm going to use my Cocoa Bean Copper. And I've just got the dabber top on this one. So, and I'm just going to go around and dab and push and dab and push. Until I get the color that I want. Oh my gosh, all that glimmer's coming out. It's beautiful. I'm going to tell you guys, if you haven't tried Lindy's Stamp Gang product, get one of the Try Me kits. I mean, they're not expensive at all. And it'll give you an idea of what their products are like. And I mean, I went from Glimmer Mist to Lindy Stamp Gang, and wow, that's all I'm gonna say. So, okay, got the frame done. Let me just wipe up the little mess here. So there's the frame, and then I'm actually gonna use a little dish here to do the coloring of the flowers. So I've got my water brush, and it'll take me 2 seconds to get that filled up with some water. I should have done this beforehand. Sorry, guys. Okay, so I've got that done. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to create a puddle, a fairly big puddle, because what we're doing here is this is going to be what we use to cover the flowers. So I've got my puddle. Now I'm just adding in a little bit more water. The powder. And stir it around really good. Get some more water in there. And you guys, you can use this as thick as you want or as thinned out as you want. You're still going to see the effect. It's just whether or not it's going to be darker or lighter. So let's see if I got the right hue here. I'm going to start by coloring the big flower. Oh yeah. I'm going to try to do this quick so you guys don't have to sit here for too long. But this covers, I mean, it's amazing glimmer that you get out of this stuff. Because it is shiny. It's a rainy day here in North Carolina, I tell you. All I'm doing is just mixing some more. Trying to get that color back. And this stuff, I know the little pots look like you get you know, not a lot, but this stuff really does go a long way. I mean, I've been using it for a few months now, and I can't even tell that I've dipped into any of the colors that I purchased. So, and soon you'll see me with a haul video from the Lindy, because I just placed a nice size order for some of the sprays. A while back I did the Try Me kits, and oh my gosh, they're too cute. They're too cute. And they're fun. I mean, this gives you a way to paint, and they've got the daubers as well as the sprayers. So you're kind of getting a lot for your money. And if you compare them to the pricing of, you know, who other products, you're getting a really, really, really good deal. And Lindy's Stamp Gang does a lot of, you know, they do stuff on Facebook, different things like that, which, you know, with the Tattered Angels being such a bigger company, it would be hard for them to offer something like that. So if you would like, take a look. There is the first flower that I've covered. Now I'm going to go ahead and mix some more in here. And we'll go ahead with the second flower. Meanwhile, that frame is drying. I didn't want to have to use the heat gun while we were on camera because it's so loud. So now I'm just going in and painting the smaller petals of the smaller rose. Just trying to get it mixed a little more condensed there. So each petal, and some people with their the powders, with the magical powders, they use the lids. I don't like using the lids just because if there's any excess left, I don't want to drop it into the actual product, or causing any kind of condensation inside of the product. So I don't do that. I usually do it on my craft mat, but my camera won't pan over there, so that's why I'm doing it in this little bowl right here. So bear with me, we're getting there, we're almost done. I'm going to add a little bit more of the powder. This is a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful vintage color. I think I'm going to throw a few colors in here too. We'll see, because we still have to do the leaves. And there is one particular color that I use on my leaves, and only that color that I use on my leaves anymore, because it's so fantastic. Hold on, I'll grab it once I finish up this little rose bud. Okay, so there's the second one, and I'm going to go ahead and put this off to the side. The color that I use for the leaves is the Mystic Malachite, okay? And one other thing that I noticed about Lindy's Stamp Gang products is that with the sprayers that are on their product, you can do a half spray or you can do a whole spray. I don't know if anybody else has noticed that, or maybe it's just me, but about a half a spray will cover my leaves, if you can see that. And that's all we need. So, what I'm going to do with the leaves, get my little okay here, is I'm just going to cut a little bit of the leaf off, and then these are going to be glued in to the sides of the roses in just a moment. So I'll go ahead and put this away. Alright, so here we've got our frame colored up. What I'm going to do just really quick is take some, I want it to look vintage, so I want to take some black ink and run it around the edges. My favorite to use for this, Martha Stewart, it's just acid-free archival pigment ink, and I use the ebony. But what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go right around the edges with the dark color. Going to make it look more aged, of course. Alright, and on the inside as well. Just as much as you can. However messy it can be. Doesn't matter. Okay, so now on with the rub and buff. Just a little bit on your fingers. And you want to go very lightly just over the details. And over the raised embossed part there. Okay, so that's done. So I can go ahead and assemble the flowers now. So let me just grab my glue gun. And what I'm going to do with the flowers first is I'm just going to nip off this little stem. Because I'm not really going to use that here. Alright, we're going to go with the big flower first. And I'm just going to pop it right in the corner there. We're going to go on with the smaller flower. And pop it right on the side. And then the next smaller flower right here on the side. And on the leaves, just do a dot of glue right there. Pop it right underneath. Same thing with the second one. Pop it right underneath. Best that you can. Sorry you guys, my email's going off like crazy. Alright, and then we of course remove all the hot glue strings. So there is the frame. Now just to let you know the way I backed it, if you can see this black piece of paper I've been using, I'm just going to use that. And all I'm going to do is take my glue gun and I'm going to pop a few spots down with that. I'm going to take the Gossamer Gold and I'm going to spray here. Just a little more glue. Glue strings everywhere. Pop it right there. And then the next thing to do, you see all the glue strings? Leave them in. Okay, so now the next step is just to take and be careful around the flowers. We're just going to cut around the edge. Edge right here. Not really good around the flowers. So check that out. And it's not completely dry yet. Let me just dry up these two spots. Alright, so check out the color on that guy. Pretty cool. So that's it for the tutorial. Thanks for watching. If you have any questions, leave a comment. Thanks, guys. Have a great day.